Don't let credit card debt or any other debt of that matter stress you out. Don't let it worry you or bother you, especially if you're a believer, because we are called to be lenders and not borrowers, right? And I'm gonna get more into that because there's more to it, especially for myself. But understand that if you have debt, especially credit card debt, I can relate to you. I understand. I know how overwhelming it can be. Like feeling like you're almost drowning, just trying to reach up to take a breath because all the debt collectors are after you. I personally have 4 credit cards. My intentions were to build credit. I thought credit score really mattered to be able to get better deals, right? I'll probably have to make a whole nother video about my mindset now that credit score really doesn't matter. I'm gonna just pay everything with cash or with money that I've earned. But I have 4 credit cards, right? One of them is maxed out over $10,000. Not proud of it at all. The next credit card probably has about 8,000 on it, I believe. And the other 2 are like low, almost getting ready to be paid off. But I stopped making credit card payments at the moment because I have to focus on my budget, making a plan. I'm gonna get to that later on as well. I have potentially close to, if not already, $100,000 in debt. So I definitely can relate. And I understand it's not easy. But my mindset is even the $100,000, that's not a lot of money. So yes, nobody wants to pay it back in debt. I don't want to pay it in debt to the next man, to the next family, not providing for myself, my own family. But I have to learn from this. And as a believer, I know that I need to pay those debts. So that is a tough pill to swallow, right? But I know it will be done and I will be doing it. And in the grand scheme of things, how much money I'll be earning, all the things that I will be doing for God, $100,000 it's a drop in the bucket. And that part is very encouraging for me because I know it's obtainable. Sometimes that number, just like myself, I'm trying to save up my first 100,000. But reality is, I'm gonna have to pay my first 100,000 off in debt. But either way, the journey is gonna be beautiful. I know God is going to guide me. I have to put in the work, as always, but I'm going to follow His lead and do my very best in stewarding the money moving forward. I'm gonna state the obvious. Don't get into credit card debt. If you're not already, don't get into debt, period. But if you're gonna get into debt, I feel like credit card debt is like the worst debt. You just wanna avoid it. It's not worth it. I thought I knew and had a plan. Well, I did at the time. And eventually, obviously, I fell behind. I was paying it off, no problem. I adapted a certain type of lifestyle and I had life events happen, essentially. And I just was like, oh, okay, no worries. I can pay it whenever I want to pay it. And the interest rates are through the roof. They're very expensive. It makes whatever you're purchasing on the credit card, if you're not paying that right off immediately, hence then one would say, why are you even using or having a credit card? Please don't tell me you're doing it for the points. It's not worth it because the hole that you can get yourself in playing around with those credit cards and potential credit card debt, it's not worth it. I'm trying my best not to get sidetracked because I was gonna go down a path and really tell you some stuff for you. I feel it on my heart, but I'm gonna stay on track this time. So it's not worth it. Whatever you're buying, right? If you're not paying it off, the interest rate alone, it just makes that purchase no longer worth it. Right now, I have to make a plan. I'm gonna get to in probably a couple minutes to pay off the debt. But the point here is that I'm not receiving any type of rewards or benefits now, right? From the cheeseburgers or the chicken sandwiches that we ate that I'm paying interest on now, I'm no longer enjoying that chicken sandwich. That done got pooped out. It's gone. But I'm still paying for it. That's one of the silliest financial decisions that I've done and continue to do. But I stopped it now. I have all my cards on lock, and they've been on lock for a while. I just need to start paying them off again and making a plan. I'm pretty sure now it's we can easily say over 50% of our fellow Americans and people in this great United States of America cannot afford $1,000 emergency. I believe the percentage is closer to 60%. I'm just saying 50%, half, to play it safe. And that's messed up. I just depleted my personal savings because I went through a job hiccup, transition. My regular money was not right. It was interfered with, and I had another life event to where, oh no, I invested in myself. I don't know if the timing of that was the best, but I did do it. I'm glad that I did it. And here we are. I will be funding my emergency fund again, or it is currently getting funded. I just need to throw big amounts of money into it until it gets to $1,000 again, and then put it on autopilot. But do not miss the point that you need at least bare minimum $1,000. Bare minimum. If you want to be more secure, try to get minimum 5 months of your living expenses. How much money does it cost you in a month to survive? Times that by 5. That's my plan on what I'm going to be doing. I'm working on that now, and I will obtain it. And speaking of goals, that's what I have to do again. I have to set, make, and follow through with my debt-free goal. This isn't my first time. I have dabbled around with my debt multiple times. So when I tell you don't get overwhelmed, do your best to push through, do what you can do, pay what you can pay, be consistent, follow the plan, follow the goal that you set to get through this. Don't be like how I was, constantly faltering back, or like right now, I'm just paying what I know my family needs to survive, because I know I need to make a solid plan that I'm gonna actually do and follow through with and pay to become debt free. Because I got big debt. I'm not ashamed, but I'm not proud of it either. This is all a learning experience. And I hope that you're able to learn and know, if you don't have debt, don't get into it. If you do have credit card debt or big debt, like myself, unfortunately, stay encouraged, stay motivated. We're in this together. We can get through this. We will get through this. We will handle it. Especially as believers, it's part of our duty to make sure that we pay off our debts and we become lenders. Learn from the mistakes. Learn from the failures. I've made so many bad money decisions, and I'm learning from them. I have to, because I won't grow if I don't.